Oh my God! Get the hell out of here!
You can talk about Rodgers.
Out of here!
Okay, what is the need to bring up the Yankees?
It's just stuff to bring up because
Are you kidding me? Come on, dude! This came out of nowhere!
not. Clemson is a top team. Don't start with that. Clemson's a top team, no doubt, 100%.
Unless they're on Saturday, then they might move down.
Welcome back to Go Chat. We are here with our very special Super Bowl episode. We are going to break it down. The Super Bowl is live on Sunday at 6:20. It's going to be a part of our Go Picks. We're going to have our segment talking about it. It is a huge NFL day. A lot of us here are NFL fans, as you guys always know. So it's definitely a big day for us. We're excited to get to watching the game a little bit later, watching the commercials, eating some wings, eating some pizza, the fun Super Bowl festivities. But before we get to all those festivities, as always, we have a great Go Chat episode to give to you guys. And we always start our episodes off with the go to the number. It's number 72. I'm thinking it's going to be a baseball guy here today. So Tommy, I'm going to throw it to you first.
Yeah, it has to be a baseball player. I haven't picked a baseball player in, I don't know, like 7 or 8 episodes. It's going to be Carlton Fisk today. He's the clear pick for this. He has 376 career home runs, 269 career hits, 2,300 hits. He is a member of the Hall of Fame. He won the Rookie of the Year when he broke into the league. He is an 11-time All-Star, won a Gold Glove as well, 3-time Silver Slugger. And, he spent his career with a couple of teams, with the White Sox and the Red Sox, 12 in Chicago, 11 in Boston. And what he's going to be remembered the most for is obviously his home run in the World Series against Cincinnati when he was waving at Fair, that iconic image. And, clear pick today, Carlton Fisk. And he also wore number 27. And another person who wore 27 was Trevor Bauer, who signed the Dodgers yesterday. Just want to throw that out there. 3 years, $102 million. But I'm done.
The Mets missed out on Trevor Bauer. Like, if we're going to talk about that really fast, I just want to throw Mets missed out. $40 million a year is a lot, but the Mets missed out. Matt, why don't you give us your pick?
I'm going to have to agree with Tommy. I think it's a clear pick here. I'm going to go with Carlton Fisk. Everything Tommy said obviously was fantastic. He couldn't see a little, but I'm not going to blame him for that. You should have worn your glasses, buddy.
I know.
But no, I like that Tommy brought up the home run in Game 6 of the 1975 World Series because actually my uncle's buddy, Dick Stockton, was actually doing the play-by-play for that game. I got to interview him last year, so that was really cool. I talked to him about that moment, what it felt like to his emotion and what it felt like because that was such an iconic call. But, yeah, Carlton Fisk, great baseball player. Got to go with him here.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm going with Carlton Fisk, too. He was pretty much above and beyond the best, number 72. I mean, you guys mentioned everything about him. Also, shout out to Ed Too Tall Jones, a nice piece of that Dallas defensive line during the 80s. But anyways, back to Trevor Bauer, back to the topic at hand. Yes, it was really upsetting that the Mets didn't sign him. They would have had a super rotation, one of the best rotations ever. But it's okay. We'll re-sign our guys. We still have one of the best rotations in the league. And we'll make it to the NLCS and get crushed by the Dodgers. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be unanimous pick here. It's got to be Carlton Fisk. One thing that I saw was all of his accolades were amazing, but to be a catcher in the major leagues and to play 24 years, I mean, that's so impressive. The wear and tear that goes on someone's body, being a catcher in Major League Baseball, having people throw 90-mile-an-hour fastballs at you, game in and game out, and to be able to play for 24 years, I mean, that is impressive. So definitely it's Carlton Fisk here. And I mean, Trevor Bauer, I think he's going to succeed wherever he went. $40 million is a lot for someone who's really just kind of peaking. Like if he's been consistently good for these past 3 or 4 or 5 years, then okay, $40 million, I think that's fair. But for him to have one Cy Young under his belt in a 60-game season, I think the $40 million paycheck there per year was a little too extreme. And I'm glad that the Yankees did not try to offer.
45 in his second year, too. It's massive. And I think he just wanted to go back home to LA. I feel like that was also he's from California. So I think that was also a big part of it. Right. Well, even beforehand, I'd say the Dodgers had a better team than the Mets. So I mean, barring any injuries, I really don't see a way that the Dodgers don't win another World Series this year.
Well, and all the reports were saying that Bauer took less money to go to LA.
I think it was less total overall, but he really wanted that. I think he might opt out after year 2. Just get that 85 million under his belt, then just get another massive contract. If he plays well, we'll see.
Well, I think we kind of got off topic here. Trevor Bauer's a great pitcher. Carlton Fisk was a great number 72. Of course, Tommy had to bring in the up-to-date baseball news to get us talking about it. But as I said, it is Super Bowl Sunday, and we have a great show planned for you, so stick around.
Welcome back to Go Chat. We are finally on the amazing day of the Super Bowl everyone loves. If you're an NFL fan, myself included, it's just one of my favorite days in the whole year. Personally, I think we should get tomorrow, meaning Monday, off from school. But it is what it is. This season has been definitely one that's been really different. We saw a couple outbreaks, but thankfully, we're ending this season off in Tampa Bay with Tampa Bay against Kansas City. Big game, guys. Big game. Connor, what are your thoughts about this whole game?
I mean, being the Jets fan that I am sickened to see Tom Brady in his 10th Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks of all time, if not the best quarterback of all time. There's absolutely argument out there for it. And I just don't like to see him in the Super Bowl. I don't like to see Tom Brady succeed. But you know what? The fact that he was able to leave New England and go to Tampa Bay and find himself back in the Super Bowl is an accomplishment. I mean, that's Tom Brady being Tom Brady and kind of justifying the fact that Bill Belichick needed Tom Brady and Tom Brady didn't necessarily need Bill Belichick to succeed. But that's pretty much all the stuff that I want to say about Tampa Bay. Their defense has to step up. If Tampa Bay wants to win the Super Bowl, they have to have a great defense because the team struggles overall when their defense can't perform. And Kansas City's offense is easily the top offense in the league. And if you can't stop Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Tyreek Hill, and it's just they have all these explosive names, and it's going to be so hard for them to stop that. So, I mean, it's going to be a great game. I definitely think it could come down to an offensive shootout where Patrick Mahomes is just lighting up the defense and Tom Brady's dinking and dunking 5 yards down the field for a touchdown. But it's going to be a great game. I'm excited to watch it, and got to roll with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mike, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's going to be a great game. I'm just going to throw it out there. Me and Tommy, we hit the nail on the head with our Super Bowl prediction at the beginning of the season. So big shout out to us there. And I think what Tom Brady has done in Tampa Bay just completely really changing their whole culture in the midst of, I mean, I guess you could say it's a full season, but there was no like real training camp, no OTAs, none of the off-season program. So what he's done in such a short amount of time is absolutely phenomenal and just adds on to his legacy that is already so already stacked to the ceiling, right? But anyways, going back to the actual game, I think it's gonna be a really close game. Last time they met up, Kansas City absolutely lit them up in the first half. Tyreek Hill had over 200 yards by halftime. It was absolutely ridiculous. But they did clamp down in the second half, and the Bucs made a comeback and ended up losing by 3. I still think it's gonna be a really close game. I'm gonna take Tom Brady and the Bucs in the Super Bowl. I really think that home field advantage is gonna be huge here. First home team to ever host a Super Bowl. It's absolutely ridiculous what the Bucs have done this season. I think they're going to cap it off with a victory over the Chiefs.
Tommy?
Yeah, I mean, Mike, I'm with you on the home team. You know me throughout this whole thing. I think that the home field advantage is huge. But at the same time, not as many fans, but I don't know. I don't even think that matters for Patrick Mahomes, whether there were 100,000 people in there or nobody. I mean, I think that Mahomes, obviously at this point in his career, is the better quarterback, but never underestimate Tom Brady, right? I certainly think that he could do it. We've seen it time and time again in these big playoff games where they seem like they're out of it, and then he brings them right back. And but you touched on it, like what he's been able to do throughout this whole season, really turning around the culture of the team there. And, they brought in some big pieces as well, to build around him. But he's been outstanding. Their defense has been great. So I think it's going to be a great game. I still am leaning towards Kansas City. They have the opportunity to be the first team to go back to back in the Super Bowl since Brady did it with the Patriots in 03 and 04. So, it's going to be a really good game. I'm leaning towards Kansas City, but, I certainly think the Bucs could as well.
So, I mean, Tommy, who are you picking to win the game?
He said
I'm going to go with Kansas City. That's going to be my pick.
My thoughts, a lot of props to Tom Brady. Like, I know I'm not a fan of him, and I don't necessarily talk highly of him, but I just got a lot of respect for the guy to make the Super Bowl. Still don't like him. Just got a lot of respect for the guy to make the Super Bowl again. But I agree with Connor. I think the point, the turning point that's going to happen, or that has to happen if you're a Bucs fan, Bucs players, is your defense going to have to step up. I mean, we saw their defense play these last 2 games. They've just played absolutely phenomenal. I mean, Devin White has literally been an X factor on that defense. Carlton Davis, and is Antoine Winfield playing? I mean,
he's playing. He's back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Last game against the Packers, they didn't have either starting safety because the other one got hurt mid-game.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to step up if you're on the defense, especially JPP. He's lining up against a Chiefs offensive lineman, and I don't remember his name, but doesn't have a lot of experience playing. So that's gonna have to be the X factors, that defense, if you want Bucs to win. But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes in that offense is just it's absolutely incredible. Like, this is going to be one of the best offenses that we've seen in our time. Like, you got the Steelers offense with AB, Le'Veon, and Big Ben, and now you got this offense, especially during, it's at the peak of our time as fans. We're making a podcast, like, literally it's the peak of our fandom. But Patrick Mahomes is just, I think it's going to be a shootout. I don't think there's going to be a lot of defense, but when it's a shootout, I think you got to go with Patrick Mahomes. It's just, the guy's incredible. I love watching him, and if he wins this Super Bowl, I am pretty confident to say he's the best quarterback to go down at the end of his career. Obviously, if he wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Matt on that statement there. I mean, Patrick Mahomes came into the league his first year and sat under Alex Smith in 2017, and then 2018 he came out, won an MVP. 2019 he came out, won a Super Bowl, finished second in MVP voting, and now he's in the Super Bowl again and could potentially finish second in the MVP voting again after the NFL awards. So, I mean, if he does eclipse this second ring here in his 3rd season of starting in the NFL, and he has a 10-year contract left, he's still got 9 more years with Kansas City, I think he's easily going to be the best quarterback of all time. I think he's going to have no problem passing Tom Brady. He's just got it all. He has everything. He has the athleticism. He has the leadership of a quarterback. I mean, we see these sideline clips of when McCole Hardman fumbled the punt return there in Buffalo in the AFC Championship game. He went to him and said, "You're going to make a play this game, so I need your head up." And then McCole Hardman takes the end around for 59 yards, which then led to a Kansas City score to get them back in the game. So, like, it's just Patrick Mahomes has just such good football IQ and, like, team leadership that if he does get this ring here, I don't think it's going to be a question about at the end of his tenure in the NFL who's the best quarterback of all time.
Well, listen, as good as talented as Patrick Mahomes is, he still has to, go out and execute, right? We've seen a bunch of really, really talented quarterbacks in the NFL, right? And I just think there's no doubt that he possibly can and probably will, right? But I'm just saying, let's not get, too ahead of ourselves and say, yes, he's going to be guaranteed at the end of his career, he's going to be the GOAT quarterback. And especially with the resume that, Tom Brady has. Like, even if he does lose this game, been to 10 Super Bowls, that's twice as many as any other quarterback, which is just absolutely mind-boggling, right? So as talented as he is, I'd say just pump the brakes a little.
No, I'm not pumping any brakes.
I wouldn't.
I'm sorry, I'm not pumping any brakes, dude. I already think he's raw talent-wise, he's the best. I think talent-wise, it's Rodgers and Mahomes is going to pass Rodgers pretty soon. And I just think if he gets the second Super Bowl, I mean, we're talking about 3 years starting, right? One under Smith.
Yeah.
So 3 years starting, or one MVP, second in MVP voting, probably going to be second in MVP voting again, two Super Bowls. And at the rate that the Chiefs are going, I really don't think they're going to be a really good team. I don't know how many Super Bowls I'd give them, but just Patrick Mahomes has got it all. It's just I think right now, personally, I think he is going to end up as the best quarterback to ever play in football. But I think that the Super Bowl is just going to push my, 75% to 90.
And I mean,
95.
we mentioned if Tom Brady loses this championship, I mean, him and LeBron, if they were to lose, would have ideally very close to the same finals record as everyone else. And everyone blemishes LeBron because he loses in the finals so often. But that wouldn't be a blemish for Tom Brady because he has the 6 rings where LeBron has what, 5?
He's
LeBron
4. He's 4 and 6 right now.
Okay.
Basketball is a completely different sport compared to football. Tom Brady's been playing for 20 years. He's made 20 plus years. He's made the Super Bowl 10 times, twice as many as any other quarterback. I already mentioned this before, but it is so hard year after year in the NFL to get to the AFC Championship, then win that game, then get to the Super Bowl and even win it, right? So yeah. I think it's absolutely insane what Tom Brady has done compared to LeBron's fantastic, and that's why I consider him as the second best player of all time, right? But basketball and football are different sports.
And absolutely. And the New England reign when Tom Brady was there is absolutely, a lot of that is due to Tom Brady. But the defenses there in New England were also really, really good. I mean, Malcolm Butler doesn't make that play in the end zone. Seattle wins there. That's a ring taken away from Tom Brady. If New England's defense doesn't step up against the Los Angeles Rams offense that was incredible that year under Jared Goff, that's a ring taken away from Tom Brady. So yeah, Tom Brady is incredibly successful in his career and is holding on to 6 rings, but also that defense there is no joke, and they have held Tom Brady and helped Tom Brady to get some of those rings along the way. So yeah, Tom Brady is amazing and everything, but the defense there is incredible, and Patrick Mahomes doesn't have that defense in Kansas City, and the way that he's able to go 14-2 in a season, and the only game that he lost this year was to the Raiders because the week 17 loss, that was Chad Henne. They didn't play any starters. But I mean, for him to lose 1 game to the Raiders and just be incredible with a defense that is really subpar, I mean, it's amazing. We have to recognize that from Patrick Mahomes, that he's really, it's Kansas City's offense versus 22 players on an NFL field. Yeah, Kansas City's defense, they have some big names, but they really haven't played up to great NFL defenses that win championships. So it's Patrick Mahomes and that offense against an NFL team, and for him to be winning 14 games in the season, then 2 more in the playoffs, and then potentially a Super Bowl again, that's got to be recognized.
I mean, yeah, 100%. It's fantastic what Mahomes is doing, but I just don't know if he could do it year after year after year, especially there are going to be so many names coming in and out of that roster.
Tom Brady did it year after year after year, and Patrick Mahomes has more talent than him.
Yeah, I don't know why
Rodgers has more talent than Tom Brady. Peyton Manning has more talent than Tom Brady. There are so many other factors that go into actually building the team. I'm just saying that it's not a guarantee that Patrick Mahomes. There's 100% a really good chance that he could, given how great of a leader he is. That's one of his best attributes by far, and given how talented he is, and that organization is putting a lot of good players around him. But I don't know. I just don't know if they could do it over the course of a 10-year span. I just don't know.
Look, I'm not saying over his 10-year contract he's going to go and win 6 Super Bowls. I'm not saying
that. I don't think he really needs to win 6 Super Bowls to pass Tom Brady. Listen, the 6 Super Bowls for him that's fantastic. That's something nobody's ever going to do, to be honest. I mean, I personally don't think probably Mahomes is probably going to be the closest, but we're going to come here, and do you really think Super Bowl is a quarterback stat? When you're winning 6 Super Bowls, it's fantastic to the point where you put him up on a pedestal like Tom Brady. But I mean, we're talking about one of the best quarterbacks never even won a Super Bowl. That's Dan Marino. Terry Bradshaw has 2, and Terry's a good quarterback. He has 2, right? Or is it?
I think Terry has 2.
Oh, he is 4, I believe.
Okay, 4. I totally had a brain fart there because I was trying to think of the Steelers Super Bowls. Thank you, Dane. But yeah, Terry Bradshaw has 4. Is he a better quarterback than Dan Marino? No. Would I think he's a greater, like if I rank the GOATs, would I think he's greater than Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers?
If we put them on a spectrum, is Eli Manning, who has 2 Super Bowl rings, is he better than Drew Brees? Is he better than Dan
Marino?
Marino? Is he better than Jim Kelly in Buffalo? No, he's not. He's not at all. Super Bowl rings don't mean greatness. Yeah,
But like
they're fantastic to have, but
like I want to reemphasize that Tom Brady's 6 is absolutely amazing to the point where it takes him there. But like when we're talking about Super Bowl difference of, well, let's say Mahomes wins, he's got 2, and Brady's got 6. A Super Bowl difference of 4, I don't really value that as high as something else.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get 100% what you guys are saying. I'm not saying like that the rings are like the end all be all, right? And if you don't have, I'm not saying Mahomes has to even get to 5 rings. If he gets to 4, and I'm sure the rest of his accolades are going to definitely live up to Brady. I'm just saying that there are a lot of ifs and buts during now and 10 to 15 years down the line that it's just almost impossible to foresee. But if there's one guy you could bet on, I feel like it'd be Mahomes.
For sure. I mean, I'd say 90. I'm not even saying it's 100% guaranteed because, that's not how life works. But I just really think it's highly likely, like 90, 95% for myself.
Nothing comes guaranteed in the NFL. But we also don't see talents like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, we redraft that 2017 draft. He's going number 1 overall 1,000 times over. He's before Mitchell Trubisky. He's before, who went number 1 in 2017?
Garrett.
Myles Garrett. I think he's a better player than Myles Garrett. So I mean, he's going number 1 1,000 times over, and that's a talent that the NFL might not ever see again. I mean, yeah, people are talking about Trevor Lawrence, the next great Andrew Luck, but Andrew Luck is nowhere close to where Patrick Mahomes is. So it's a talent that we're just never going to see again, potentially. I mean, younger players are always coming up, and they're always great talents going into the NFL. But Patrick Mahomes is just a talent that, if I'm going to push my chips into the middle of the table for anyone, it's Patrick Mahomes.
That's totally fair to say, 100%. But I do want to take it back to the game happening later tonight. I think the key the key thing that the Bucs need to do for any great quarterback is the key thing. We saw the Saints 2 times this year get after Tom Brady. We saw week 6 and just this past weekend in the NFC Championship, the Bucs get after Aaron Rodgers and rattled him a little, right? And I feel like that was a big reason, getting after the opposing team's star quarterback. I feel like with 2 starting offensive linemen out for the Chiefs, and they're really, really good left tackle and Eric Fisher, I feel like getting after Mahomes is going to be their pathway to victory. I feel like if they don't get after Mahomes, get at least 3-4 sacks and really rattle him, throw him off his game, that he's just going to sit in the pocket and just pick him apart. There's no doubt in my mind the kind of talent the Chiefs have in their receiving core, and with Travis Kelce, right, and obviously Patrick Mahomes in the quarterback is one of the deadliest weapons we've ever seen in the NFL. But the point being that a lot of that can be affected by a terrorizing pass rush that the Bucs had with JPP and Shaq Barrett and Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea. So we'll see what happens with that. I think it's going to be a fantastic game.
Yeah, I think that point is 100% unanimous between all of us, is that it's going to be a great game to watch. I'm super excited to sit down and just really to enjoy the last game of the NFL season. It's going to suck. It's going to suck not having NFL games again until September, and there's no NFL Combine, which is a great thing to watch for those of us who like to scout players and for the draft stuff. So there's no NFL Combine. So this is really the last NFL action again until maybe August if there is a preseason. But all NFL fans just definitely need to enjoy this game because it's going to be 2 greats going at it.
I mean, it's going to be one heck of an off season, though. I'm excited. personally, I'm excited with Watson and all that stuff. But do we want to go through some prop bets for fun?
Well, let's have some fun.
Tommy, you wanna pick a prop bet for us?
Oh, let's see. There's a lot of good ones. Okay, total passing yards by Patrick Mahomes over under 331 and a half.
I'm gonna take the over.
I'm
Connor?
going to take the under. 331 passing yards is a lot. I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, I'm going with the under. I think the Bucs are gonna get after Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the under too.
Let's flip that over to Brady now. Brady over under 306.5.
Under.
I think under.
I'm going with under as well.
Yeah, I'll go under.
What else?
Tom Brady longest rush over or under 0.5 yards.
Over. I think he's gonna run a 3-yard run. Massive run.
Massive. It's gonna be a QB sneak at the 1 yard line. So
I think he gets a QB sneak touchdown.
Yeah, I'll go with over.
Total touchdown passes by Mahomes 2.5 over under.
Over.
Yeah, over.
I'll take the over on that as well.
I'm taking the over. And then let's do the same with Brady. 2.5 over under.
I'll go over too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to take the over there. Like I said, I think it's going to be a shootout.
I'll take the over. I can see him doing 2 and then like a rushing or 2 rushing touchdowns, but I'll take the over for that.
Okay. I think I got one final question for you guys. The huge thing about the Super Bowl is the commercials. And the State Farm commercials, as we've seen, have Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes as their star athletes. Well, they have mentioned that there is going to be a new addition to the team, and that commercial is going to be being shown tonight during the Super Bowl. I want to get your guys' thoughts on who you think is the new State Farm athlete.
I am so excited. I will just tell you that. I love State Farm commercials for obvious reasons, but I'm going to go. I think it's going to be Travis Kelce, but I can also see Kyler Murray. I think it's going to be a new generational talent, and to be honest, I think they're going to try to push out Aaron Rodgers in the next 5 years.
Mike, you're wearing the State Farm red.
Gosh, I don't know. I have a weird feeling it's gonna be Travis Kelce. I have 3: Travis Kelce, Russell Wilson, or Dak. That's my top 3 right here. And I don't want to hear any junk about, oh, you're picking Dak because you're a Cowboys fan. No, he's one of the biggest athletes on the face of this planet. So that's why I'm
Because he's
throwing
the
Dak up.
quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, America's team.
Exactly.
Tommy, go ahead, Tommy.
Well, if it was a coach, I'd pick Adam Gase, but I agree. Hey, I mean, you never know, I guess. But no, if I have to pick a player, I would go with Kyler Murray. I agree. I think it's going to be a player that's early in his career, and, he can be with them for a long time. So I'm going to go with Murray.
I'm going to go Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen could be the State Farm guy. He's an up-and-coming guy there in Buffalo. Things are looking up in Buffalo. I think they want that face on their commercials.
That's funny too, because Mahomes, Rodgers, and Allen, I think they're like 3 comparable quarterbacks, just how they play with like arm talent wise. So that's actually a really good guess. I kind of wish I guessed that.
Yeah, well, you didn't. I did. So.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, fine. One more question. What commercial are you guys most looking forward to watching?
State Farm.
That's honestly a good point. I'm going with the Doritos one. I remember the one in like the hospital and like where she was like giving birth, that lady. I forgot exactly what it was, but it every year it's absolutely hilarious.
Tommy, what commercial?
I don't know. There's so many good ones every year. I will go with State Farm just because I'm
The original, Tommy.
I know, but I don't know. It's tough. Like so many.
Budweiser has good ones.
I don't think there's a Budweiser commercial this year.
But Light, they always have fire commercials.
That is true.
Post Malone's going to be in it.
Yeah.
I think my favorite commercial that I'm going to watch is the Mountain Dew one. They had that really funny one a couple years ago, the puppy monkey baby.
That's what I was thinking.
Stuck. So that was a great commercial. I think the Mountain Dew ones are always great. But hey, This has been a great Super Bowl segment. We do still have our GOAT picks coming up, but definitely sit down and enjoy watching the game. All of us are going to be sitting here watching it as well. So definitely drop who you think is going to win down in the comments section, and we will we'll see how your picks compare to ours. We'll be back with the GOAT picks.
Welcome back, baby. Let's go.
You heard it from Tommy. We are back, and we're back for our GOAT picks.
Tommy, that was an amazing intro. You heard it.
Thank you.
We're back with the GOAT picks. Leaderboard is up. Connor's made a comeback.
I had a great week. 4-0, baby.
So Connor has made a comeback, but we got 3 games. See if Connor can keep in the run. Obviously, we're picking the Super Bowl as one of them, but we're not going to have to talk about that. First game I got on my list is Islanders-Rangers. This game is on Monday, I'm pretty sure. Battle of New York. Mike, who are you going to go with?
This has been a good matchup all season. It's kind of been seesawing back and forth, but I just think the Islanders are the better team. They got to start clicking soon. They've typically always gotten off to really good starts in the season, so I'm kind of surprised about how they're starting slow. But so are the Rangers, and I'm going to take the Islanders in this one.
I'm just gonna say YOLO. I'm taking the Rangers. I mean, I haven't looked at anything like how they've been doing like the past. I know like kind of how they've been doing the past couple games, but I'm just gonna go with the Rangers. They just have immense talent. I think they need to start clicking. Tommy,
I got to go with the Rangers. You know, I'm not a big hockey guy, but I'd say that they are my favorite NHL team. And yeah, I got to go with the Rangers here.
Connor.
I'm going to go with the Islanders.
Okay, next game we got Warriors-Spurs. Mike, who are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with the Spurs here. They've kind of been a surprise team this season. Golden State's going to be lacking size for a week or so with James Wiseman being out and Kevon Looney also being out. I think LaMarcus Aldridge and Jakob Poeltl are gonna terrorize them down low, and Popovich is gonna come up with some sort of defense to stop Steph.
I'm gonna go with Golden State. They blew out the Mavericks Thursday, and they had a really good game against the Celtics on Tuesday that I actually tuned in to watch. So I'm gonna go with the Warriors. Tommy.
I'm going to go with the Warriors here. I still think that they have enough talent to get the win. You said Wiseman's out, but, you know, at the same time, I think anytime that Steph's on the floor, you got a chance. And hopefully Draymond will get going here. But, yeah, I'm going to pick the Warriors.
Connor?
Yeah, I have to go with the Warriors as well. I've been believers of Warriors throughout the entire season. Sometimes they let me down, but I think they're going to beat the Spurs here.
The last game we got is Tuesday, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Number 13, Texas Tech versus number 17, West Virginia Mountaineers. Mike, who are you going to go with?
Gosh, this is a really good matchup. I'm going to go with Mac McClung and Texas Tech. I just think that they're the better team, and they're the home team. They're the home team. You always got to go with the home team, so I'm going with them.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. If I had to trust anyone, it's Chris Beard, who took his team a couple years ago to the Final Four. I just think he's a good coach. And like you said, Mac McClung is insane. I mean, I watched the other day. They were playing Oklahoma, I think, and he just blocked the crap out of one dude. Tommy.
Yeah, I got to go with the home team as always. Got to go with Texas Tech. Yeah, they're going to get the win.
And Connor.
Yeah, Texas Tech.
There you go. There you have it. GOAT picks this round. We got NFL honors yesterday. It's gonna be yesterday for you guys, but we don't know yet. Who's your MVP, guys?
It's got to be Aaron Rodgers. Got to be. He probably had one of his best seasons of his career.
Yeah.
How are you almost the best? It's kind of crazy. Age 36.
Yeah, I think it was his best season. He's had 2014, 2011, but
who knows? This could also have been his last season in the yellow and green. So,
well, you listen to too much media. The media goes wild.
Well, he said it himself.
Matt, on your Instagram story, you've been sharing a lot of videos of Aaron Rodgers. I feel like you're going through a little bit of nostalgia here. You're trying to hold on to him just a little bit.
Listen, did I tell you guys about my dream last night?
What?
2 nights ago? So
No.
I woke up sweating, right? And I was trying to remember what my dream was for like the longest time yesterday, Friday morning. And I remembered Aaron Rodgers was traded to the 49ers, and that was my nightmare. It was awful.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The Packers are going to move up to the number 12 overall pick. They're going to take his replacement in Mac Jones. There you go. Now you got Mac Jones and Jordan Love. There you go. That's the Packers' new franchise quarterback right there.
You love that Alabama offense. You said it. It was so fun to watch. It's gonna be the same thing in Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. They could take a quarterback. I'm not saying that's out of the realm. You know, it's Green Bay. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. But no, I truly don't think Rodgers is gonna go anywhere. He's set his alliance with Green Bay. I think it's all in the front office hands, and what they want to do with it. If they're smart, you keep the guy. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, guys, it's been a great episode. Definitely go sit down, open up a box of wings, open up a pizza, enjoy the Super Bowl. We're here from Go Chat. We hope you guys have a great Super Bowl Sunday, and we will be back next Sunday.